Karen Gay Silkwood was an employee of the Kerr-McGee plant in Oklahoma.
She was a 28-year-old single mom who took on the nuclear industry. She was not going to stand by and let her co-workers die of cancer because she knew there were plutonium leaks.
She was a union activist, a very courageous person, and began to collect information, meet with the oil, chemical, and atomic workers, folks like Tony Mazzocchi, and was in touch with the New York Times and other people in the federal government to report these violations at the plant. One particular night that she was to meet with Mazzocchi and a New York Times reporter, she died in an automobile accident. And of course, the suspicion that came up was that she was killed by folks at the Kerr-McGee plant that didn't want this information published by the New York Times because it would certainly show their liability.
She literally gave her life for her beliefs, and she died under mysterious circumstances. I have a portrait of her based on some photographs, but I've tried to make her look a little serene. She's pictured with two rather sinister-looking gaps on either side, which were the holes that you put your hands into to work with radioactive materials. It was like a protective cupboard, and you put your hands into big gloves, and these openings are rather like mouths or empty eye sockets. But above her head is some foliage, which was a sumac tree that was planted above her grave.
Karen Gay Silkwood gave courage to other workers to report violations and know that if they got some publicity and the backing of a union, that it could make these corporations back up or enact certain health and safety rules and regulations.